From crazy airplanes to insane animals, here are Crazy's perfectly timed photos.
Hey guys, this is your host, American Eye. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy that video.
Number 27, Skunk Scare. It looks like this fox was going in for the kill until he realized that he was getting himself into a big mess. A skunk might look like an easy target, but when he got close, he realized, dang, this thing stank. I'm gonna back up for just a minute. The skunk's self-defense mechanism seems to be captured in this photo at just the right moment. Number 26, Pepper Spray Training. In case you never really thought boot camp sounded like fun in the first place, keep in mind you do have to get pepper sprayed. Sergeants will also get to spray you in the face with pepper spray like you see here in this photo. During military police training, Jenna A. Knapp has to maintain her composure after being sprayed in the face with pepper spray. She then has to simulate that she's fighting off an attacker. This is done towards the end of the training so they can leave you with a memorable experience before you graduate. Number 25, Green Hawk Down. Green Hawk Down, we have a Green Hawk Down. Too bad if this thing crashes, it will blend in fairly well with the grass and it might be hard to conduct a search and rescue. This photo was captured right before what looks like a helicopter crash that's about to go down. But it's tough to say for sure what happened afterwards. Number 24, Buddhist Plane Snatcher. Is this ancient Buddhist statue actually grabbing a hold of a flying plane? Take a look twice. This photo was captured perfectly on time to give you the illusion that he's snatching a hold of it. Buddha did have magical powers, but this would be pretty crazy. Number 23, Mountain Climbing Mayhem. Mountain climbing can certainly be a fun sport to partake in from time to time, but many don't always realize how dangerous it could be. This guy thought he could simply climb up the cliffside where many birds call home without getting attacked. These crazy birds started attacking this poor guy who must have left some breadcrumbs in his pocket. The catastrophe is just about to happen, and we're just going to move on to the next one. Number 22, Tomahawk Flip. Just hearing the name Spetsnaz struck fear to the hearts of many people around the world. These are some of the most ruthless and effective special forces in the world. Here we see one soldier perform a flip while managing to hit a target with his tomahawk. This could be the only way to kill a terrorist in some cases. Let's really hope we don't get in a fight with these guys. Number 21, Dragon Dog. Ever wish your dog could actually do some cool tricks like shake hands, speak, do backflips, or even breathe fire? The owner must have been a wizard or something, because that doesn't seem to be a trick that most dogs can learn easily. Or is there a species of dog who was just born with fire-breathing capabilities? The world may never know. Number 20, Fishman. At first glance, it appears to be a genetically mutated mermaid with the head of a fish but the body of a man. Who knew such horrible underwater sea creatures actually existed? Or could it be that we had the image of a mermaid wrong the entire time, and this is the true form of what they look like? Or maybe it's just a fish who swam in front of the camera at the right moment. Number 19, Sleepy Soldier. It's okay to be different sometimes, but that could really depend on what country you're from. You just have to hope he won't get executed for showing disrespect to the leadership. He really hopes the dictator doesn't look at this photo. Number 18, the Bat Smack. There's really not much you can do, even if you're paying attention to the game, in order to avoid a flying bat when you're at the ballgame. The hitter didn't keep a good grip on it, and this man's face is gonna pay for it. It's most likely a dislocated jaw, but he'll be okay. Someone tell the batter to get a grip. Number 17, Pick and Roll. Setting the pick in basketball is a tough contact move, but players really shouldn't have to worry about getting picked in the nose. The NBA would most likely call this one a flagrant foul. You would imagine that this guy's contract is big enough that he wouldn't need to go digging for gold. Number 16, Love at First Sight. After an intense fight, these two hockey players decide to kiss and make up on the ice. Despite being rival teams, these two just couldn't hold back the temptation any longer and just had to show their true affection. He may go both ways and is concerned about winning over his heart and not the Stanley Cup. Number 15, Work Motivation. Many people probably wouldn't watch women's tennis if it wasn't for their short skirts and the interesting grunting noises they make. That's also the same motivation these guys come to work. The grounds crew is really hoping she might bend over to pick up a tennis ball or something. although the guy on the right really doesn't seem to be too captivated. You might be a little bit curious why he's the only one not checking out the tennis star. Number 14. Flying soldiers. You have to wonder what some foreign countries are training their armies to do exactly. Here in this photo, we see a group of levitating Chinese soldiers. We may be in serious trouble if they decide to attack us. While American soldiers are known for their brute strength, Chinese might be one step ahead of the game with anti-gravity, or just a very well-organized synchronized jump. Tough to tell.
But first, we'd like to thank our subscribers for leaving us all these great comments recently. Be sure to hit like, comment, and subscribe, and maybe we'll feature you in an upcoming video.
Number 12. Seagull size growth. Is this person incredibly small, or has this seagull been fed way too much at the beach and has taken an astronomical size? Fukushima has possibly caused the birds on the beach to become the size of giraffes. In either case, just don't feed the birds. Number 11. The floating cat bubble. It looks like this cat here is floating through the air in his own little bubble. Either that, or now cats have evolved to the point where they can hover around for a while. Maybe this photo proves that cats are more advanced than they make themselves out to be. Who knows what else these things are capable of. Number 10. The puppy saver. This fearless soldier approached a group of truly ferocious puppies in Iraq who could have been heavily armed. He then goes on to stick his hand near their faces where they could have easily ripped off his fingers in one quick bite. There's no telling exactly how he worked up the courage to pull off this stunt, but it must stem back to his training when he was in boot camp. Number 9. Vampire training. How many other jobs offer you the chance to drink cobra blood? Well, the military does, and this is something the recruiter needs to start informing potential recruits about. During a joint military exercise in Thailand, U.S. Marines learned how drinking cobra blood could be an essential survival tool while being lost in the jungle. Number 8. The Pandamobile. If driving in China wasn't difficult enough, they have to look out for driving pandas. They've been known not to use their blinkers, run through stop signs, and drive a little erratic at times. You just don't want this guy to get road rage or it could turn deadly. Let him change lanes if he needs to, okay? Number 7. Double dog. If you're a 90s kid, you might remember a creature called Cat Dog that featured a cat on one side and a dog on the other side. But this is the double dog. What kind of pet store sells these creatures? You better start buying twice the normal amount of dog food, because this thing has twice the heads to feed. Number 6. Barbed wire on fire. In the US, our military training might seem like a cakewalk compared to some other places around the world, but we're about to see. The paramilitary police go under barbed wire which are set on fire. The paramilitary police undergo a similar obstacle, but with one key difference. They light their barbed wire on fire before crawling below. It also seems to be positioned much lower than they do here. The barbed wire seems to be positioned much lower than they do in the United States, increasing the likelihood of him catching on fire. Number 5. Big glider. It looks like it might be a sunny day at the park when this guy picked up this massive toy glider plane and prepared to launch it. They sure do make those things bigger nowadays than when we used to play with them. Either that or this guy is really close to the airport and he's just playing tricks on our mind. Number 4. Muddy water. Here's another photo from military training and you can tell this guy is about to do a belly flop right onto that pool of mud. They certainly don't mind getting a little bit messy during some of their training sessions, and belly flops don't really seem like too much fun though. Number 3. Dodge faster. Ever remember playing dodgeball in gym class with those unforgivable red rubber balls? Seems like it always ended with a kid either down on the ground, moaning in pain, or with a bloody nose. This photo here was made as a portrait, but someone managed to snap this photo at the moment of impact between the red ball and her face. Hopefully she has another pair of glasses she can use. Maybe this is just practice before she starts dodging wrenches. Number 2. Motorbike mayhem. This guy thought he could pick up some hot girls while doing some tricks on his sweet motorbike. But since he's not wearing his helmet, it's safe to assume an emergency crew will be picking up his brains off the concrete at any moment. He'll at least have to deal with some serious road rash and an expensive bill from the mechanic if he ever plans on getting it fixed. And number 1. The bike strike. This guy was in mid-air about to strike the ground right before this photo was taken. This is why the professionals usually go with helmets and gloves in case there's a fail like this one. Judging by the photo alone, it's difficult to tell why he fell exactly, but at least he's wearing a helmet.
Let us know what you think and maybe we'll feature you in an upcoming video.